City Morning Show.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day, folks. Good morning to one and all. Good morning, and welcome to the Sugar City Morning Show. This is Robert Checker Usher right here on this Tuesday, the 11th day of February 2020. We are moving closer to Valentine. Valentine Day is coming up, and that will be on Friday. That's right, folks. And Friday we'll be having a special program. Have some great giveaways for you all on Friday right here on the program for Valentine Day. We're merging with Universal Radio. We will let you know what time that will be. It will not be on the Sugar City Morning Show, but we are getting these programs also right here on Nortevision Channel 10 to keep you all entertained with some local content and some fun as well, and for you all to win some prizes, and continue being Nortevision Channel 10, continue being that friendly station to you all. So stay tuned. But today we want to say good morning to our folks. Let's start from the north this morning, from Corozal. Good morning, Corozal. Good morning, Orange Walk. Good morning, Belize Rural North, Belize Rural Central, Belize City, San Pedro. Good morning to you all, our folks there in Capital City, Belmopan, still celebrating San Ignacio, Santa Elena, Benqueville, El Carmen, San Jose Socots, Dan Riga, PG, Placencia, Mango Creek. Good morning to all our listeners as well online viewing the Sugar City Morning Show today. My name is Robert Checker Usher as we welcome you to the show right here today, and we will be starting off today with a special prayer this morning. And you know what, folks, today is Tuesday, so apart from the prayer today, we will be having our poem this morning. Last week, Thursday, we heard a Creole poem, and that was so great. I want to listen to that poem, that Creole poem. It make us feel like, we could have done a movie after that, because there are so many real things in that poem. And today we will be getting our next poem this morning, but we got to go to Delve to give us some blessings right here this morning. Good morning, Delve. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Shaki. Good morning, everyone listening.
Okay, good to hear from you once again.
Yes, Mr. Shaki, likewise.
Yeah.
Likewise.
I can see that in the studio. Well, myself and Rahim is here, but I can say on the show I'm all alone, but I know in the world I'm not alone because we are all together as one,
Yes, that's true.
All right.
That is true.
We know today is Tuesday and we have a poem today, but we got to get some blessings, so we'll ask you to do that for us this morning.
Definitely. All right. Wonderful and amazing Father, Lord, we come before you this morning once again, Lord, with thanksgiving in our hearts. Lord, we give you thanks for your blessings. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your grace. Thank you for your protection throughout the night. May we never take it for granted, oh Lord, of how good and how wonderful and how amazing you are. Thank you for bringing us forth in this new day, and for those who did not make it, Lord, thank you for granting them rest in the name of Jesus. And I just want to pray, Lord, for every person who may be listening. I pray that they may be lifted up, Lord, no matter what the situation may be, that you may lift them up out of it to know that you are the God of our salvation. You are still with us. You are still for us, Lord, and you want what's best for us because you love us so much. So I give you thanks once again, Lord, as we rise and shine in this day. May we bring honor and glory to you in all that we say and do. In Jesus' name, amen.
Blessings, and thank you so much for that prayer this morning.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing? Well, it will clash just now. Ladies before gents, how you doing?
I am doing great, Mr. Cheke. Thanks God, I can't complain.
Yeah, you're too blessed to be stressed, right?
Too blessed to be stressed. I mean, things are perfect, and I tell everybody that, but if we sit down and focus on the thing that we go wrong, Mr. Cheke, we now move.
Yeah,
So,
sometimes these challenges come to us as sometimes a lesson or a challenge in your life that, hey, this issue come to you, deal with that so that your mind not get distracted, your mind not get idle. So this is the only issue for make you deal with and stay focused on that, no?
Yes, definitely, Mr. Cheke.
Yeah, so You know, when things come up, I could just try fight it. I just feel good that you know, I'm not looking at any negative things, and like I say, if I want to get something done, I don't get done, I not beat up about it, or if somebody says something about me, well, no man, I don't worry about that. I look to go forward and I keep my mind clear and open, you know.
Right. Definitely, Mr. Chicky. You know what? And when you put God in the center of all things, you know,
Yes.
life hard and life will happen, but you know, he is still a light. He still find a peace, you know.
Yes, ma'am.
Everything. So
We have to go forward, girl.
we have to go forward. Amen.
Yeah. So we got a point for today, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
let's go.
Alright.
Tell us about the poem for today then.
All right. This one I have is entitled His Light Still Reigns.
What's the name?
His light. His light still reigns. Like God is still. The same thing I tell about, you know, I miss everything we go wrong.
Okay.
That God, a light, yes. His
Okay.
light still reigns.
Okay. Go ahead then.
So it goes like this. Every line, every script, every word has become so cliche. Oh, I know the Lord, He woke me up today. Everything is marked up and sealed in a box. That Jesus paid the price for us. We don't even need to pay tax. In a moment, in a flash, everything went from light to darkness. The veil tore, the earth shook. Many thought it was all madness. But Jesus bled and He died for the likes of me and you. His final words were, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. In each of us was placed a heart that yearns for love. Many times we fill it with the wrong things when He's ready to send it to us from above. None has gone too far or dug too deep that the Lord cannot find, but change comes truly by the renewing of one's mind. God still reigns if we seek Him.
Yep. I like the part that says seal in a box. I could say like seal in a box with no tax.
Yeah. Yes, guys. You know, when sometimes, and you know, I'm not the oldest person in church, but I have to say, Mr. Checky, I believe that there is a God and He is here for us, right? And a lot of the times we would see like Christianity as, all right, things go good, I there with God. When things go bad, what a God there? You know, so
Yes.
He's not in the box. Whether things go good or things go bad, He's still the one who sent His Son to die on the cross for us. That blood still covers us, you know. That just we gotta have faith in Him because He never fails us. So He not locked up. He's bigger than anything that we could ever go through.
That's where thanks and praise comes in, you know, Delvi. Because we're happiness that sometimes things are good, things are so good, and then we not turn around to say thank you or bless the Lord. But when it get tough and things not happen, then with the ball for the Lord help me, things tight, you know.
Yeah. And even then He helps now because He's a loving God. But you know, you live a more filled life when you acknowledge His, like a relationship then.
Yes.
If you stay beat your wife and think after a while she left you, she get tired.
Why left you for true, girl?
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you don't find that joy in your home and thing. But when you treat her right, you know, that's the relationship God wants with us.
You know, and having us homes, Delv, that you have husbands and you have wives, right? They might see in a home that maybe one out of there not really they go the way that want to make it go. And then one of them suddenly turn to God. And they will start praying and praying. Maybe the next person they do other wrong things, but that person just keep on praying and praying and praying. And when you look after a while, the next person join up and together they become one. And they start praying and they start believing and give their life to God and their whole family in extension, you know.
That sounds like for we story, Mr. Checky, because, like, you know, and I'm not ashamed to say it, I never grew up in the church. We didn't grow up in the church, so my dad, Mr. Rani, he was the first one.
Well, he take the step?
Yes, he had a turn in his life. And we have to have discussion on that years ago.
Alright,
He
good.
had a turn in his life, and he said, you know what? I think that time, and he went to church. And my mom was the one. She wasn't going to church with him.
She never ready
He
yet.
said, she never ready yet.
Yeah.
But that be ready for she. And my
Yep.
dad prayed. He said, got on his knees. He prayed, and she filed in. Thanks God, and his children. And not by force, it just, the Holy Spirit will lead you. One by one, we started to go in, and, thanks God. I hope we endure to the end. Because
Yeah.
it's a rough journey, Mr. Checky, but,
Yes, man. So
that is,
we need to commend them people and the persons that are continuing praying that their children, their family, their husband or wives get along with them. So we just have to commend them and, encourage them to keep on praying because that day will come,
mm-hmm.
So you were saying that your dad was the one that lead you all into Christianity, into the church. Can you remember that moment when Delvis say, you know what, this is my day today? Because maybe you start to go to church, but right away you never say, okay, I believe, or I'm giving my life to God. Can you recall that moment?
I do remember, Mr. Checky. I believe they had an altar call. I don't know if you know the altar call.
Yes.
That when the pastor say, you know what, and I made go to leave it before I complete my year going to St. Bible Chapel.
Yeah.
And they had an altar call, and I don't know, I guess the Holy Spirit moved in on me, and I went up, and they prayed for, it was me and myself, I can't remember who else, but it wasn't me one. And they prayed for us, and that was it, Mr. Checky. I gave my life to Christ, and I said, well, I don't know what this life will be after this, but no idea with her now. So, but it was through an altar call. The pastor said, you know what, if anybody feel like they're ready to make that bold step, and mind you, I'm scared, because you don't know, uncertainty, like, all right, if I give my life to Christ, I can't party again, I can't do this. You think about that, I can't.
Yes.
I'm being honest, because we are young, and then, but when you start with the walk, Mr. Checky, there's a lot of things that we can do.
Yeah.
As walking with God, it's not a boring life like what people say. You have as much fun as you do in the world.
Yeah, but it was it like challenging for you when you got to the altar and say, okay, I accept today, just to forget all those things that you used to do? Did things ever come back to your mind or encourage you and say, man, make a go party?
The thoughts came back, Mr. Checky, I am telling you, but thanks God, not good, I have not gone back, praise God. So encouragement for those who are, trying to make up their mind, the thoughts will come because that's how the enemy works. Oh, you think you want to stop party, you think you want to stop to this, you wait till I send my thought to you. And that's how he works. The thoughts, they will come, but we should not be discouraged because the Holy Spirit is right here to convict us.
Yeah.
Don't come out of that. I want to help you, you want to stay out, but we have to do our part. Because if we fight against the Spirit and say, I want to go and I want to go, ultimately I say, all right, you know what, you want to go back, well, I want to leave you till you're ready to make up your mind again.
Yeah, Delvin, before we close this conversation this morning, I am sure that they have persons out there, especially young people, that they hear this call, they see it coming, but like what you say, man, if I go into this thing, then I can't go party and things like that. As someone they say, man, I believe I am saved and I there with God because I pray, but I still go party and things like that. What's your message to persons out there, not only to young people, but persons that are feeling that call?
My message is, when you hear the call, answer the call, because tomorrow is promised to no one, Mr. Checky. And I am not here proclaiming that our easy task, but with God, He makes all things possible. Yes, it is a task. At some point, you will miss, right? But when you have truly made up your mind and say, it comes with the person, Mr. Checky. You have to really make up your mind and say, this is what I want to do. Come hell or high water, I want to in this walk, and I might understand all of it. And when that feeling becomes greater than you want to be at a party or to this, Mr. Checky, you will feel a difference. Jesus makes a difference. Because once you get close to him, your desire to please him now will become greater than your desire to please the things that you used to do before.
Right. Well, Delph, thanks very much. Have yourself a wonderful and blessed day today. And if the good Lord so will, we'll be calling on you once again tomorrow morning.
Definitely. All the same to you, Mr. Chetty, and God bless.
Okay, thanks. Folks, that was Delvin from San Pedro this morning, giving us that prayer and that special poem this morning. And at this time, folks, we will be checking in with the Belize Met service for today's weather forecast, because we need to know what the weather is going to look like. I want to say good morning to Mr. Gilbert Henry, all the way there in San Pedro. Gilbert called me yesterday, and he's saying that, they're seeing the Sugar City morning show there in San Pedro. We understand sometimes the audio is not up, it goes and come, but we are doing our best, because you know how it is with these transmissions sometimes, especially with the over the sea. And overseas, like when Gilbert come to tongue, I tell him, boy, where am I? He said, boy, I'm going overseas. Where you going? States, the India, no man, there's San Pedro, that one sea, Gilbert. Now one sea, and then the Caribbean Sea. But good morning to one and all as we check in with the Belize Met service for today, Tuesday, the 11th day of February 2020. The general situation, fair and mostly dry conditions will prevail over the sea. The 24-hour forecast, sunny with a few cloudy spells today and partly cloudy tonight. Showers, if any, will be isolated, and the winds are blowing east to southeast at 10 to 20 knots. Gusty as well. The sea stayed choppy. There is no advisories, no warnings, no watches. But also there's advisories if you have your boat and you're going out on the sea or a small boat and the engine don't work good, then you're advised to make sure check it good, make sure you have your fuel and everything. Get your lee life jacket too, man, because some we just jump in at the boat and say, let's go for a lee spin, we're going fishing, we're not going far. But some people carry a life jacket, but some not carry it. So let's make sure we do that protection, because we don't want no disaster. As we look at the temperatures today in the coast, it's 30 Celsius, 86 Fahrenheit. And inland, we got 32 Celsius, 90 degrees Fahrenheit. And in the hills for today, it's 28 Celsius, 82 degrees Fahrenheit. What tonight is going to be like? Tonight now be cold. Tonight will be a nice night for sleep, because in the coast it's 27 Celsius, 80 degrees Fahrenheit, and inland it's 22 Celsius, 72 Fahrenheit. So we got good weather tonight, except for the hills it will be 20 Celsius, 68 Fahrenheit. As we look at the outlook for Wednesday, and for Wednesday and Wednesday night is for fair, windy and mostly dry weather to prevail. Right now we are experiencing a low tide at this time, which occurred at 5:55 this morning, and a high at 11:52 this morning, followed by another low tide at 5:46 this evening. That's a low, and a high tide at 11:56 tonight. And the sun is up already from 6:21 this morning and will set at 5:52 today, and the moon will set this morning at 8:23, and it will rise once again at 8:36. We'd like to thank forecaster Michelle Smith from the Belize Met Service for this weather forecast. It's 24 minutes now after 7 o'clock, folks. We take our first break after morning, and we'll be back with you right after these very important messages right here on your Norte Vision Channel 10.
6 cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, rush runs, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites. because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
Our economy benefits when goods and mobile services get to their destination quickly. When citizens are able to travel without frustration and undue hurdles, everyone benefits as well. The government of Belize is happy to announce the imminent upgrades to the Corozal-Sartaneja Road. 27 miles of road will be upgraded to paved standards and will include the replacement of 2 ferries with new bridges.
Why is it that we're going to invest in Sartaneja? Why is it that we have to take $50 million to invest in an area where we do not have a political directorate? We believe that as a government, we have to provide a service to all Belizeans.
Well, this for the village of Chunosh is a big advantage both ways. Sometimes when we got sickness, we got people sick at the clinic there, women. When we reach at the ferry, can't pass, 45 minutes have to wait. So now this road will benefit whole village, Sartaneja and Copper Bank, and part of Progreso too. Well, it's really important for us.
I know that our village is not so much developed with tourism because it's a remote village. And for that reason, we don't have a lot of tourism over there. But now with this upgrading of the road and the pavement of the road, I think that, I believe and I think that it will be much beneficial for us and for everybody.
More for Belizeans, more for Belize, the government of Belize, moving Belize forward. The San Ignacio-Santa Elena Bypass Project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lemelus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
The soup not got no taste. I can't even feed it to my dog. It needs no salt. I don't have no salt. I don't have no money. I wonder when this man I get paid. John! I hope you know that down the street they played no bad picnic.
Mom, you know what? I just came from Miss Mary's house and she said she was renting her extra room on air something.
It's Airbnb, John. Didn't you listen to the BTB? Did you know it ad last week on television?
Okay, Mom, Airbnb. But still, we have an extra room and we could rent for extra cash for my new school books.
That's a good idea, John. We'd have to first register it with the BTB. But I don't have time for that right now. I need salt.
But babe, you know something? John is right, we need money, but we need to get it the correct way. So we need to register the room. I wish I know about this before. Let's go, son. Let's go register the room one time at BTV.
But I need some salt. John! 2 of a kind.
Did you know that if you own or operate a tourist accommodation, such as a room in your home for cash purposes to any guest, local or foreign, regardless of its location in the country, or if you're registered or advertising such room or property with any booking engine or marketing platform such as Airbnb, by law, you must register with the BTB. If you fail to do so, you commit an offense punishable by fine or imprisonment. For further information or assistance, please contact the BTB at licensing@belizetourismboard.org or telephone 227-2420. You can follow us on Facebook too.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan Muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. 29 minutes away from 8 o'clock. We want to say good morning to all teachers today. Happy day to all teachers. Also to all the students. We want to certainly wish you all the best. And to the drivers out there, make we behave good this morning as usual, because right there at Orange Walk, we're not hear nothing when it comes to traffic accident, when it comes to the kids going to school, and that is so great. So we keep that up, drivers. And once again to all teachers, all the best. Folks, we have to big up with people too, because Yvette is a person that works hard in the community, and she will be having a very special for Valentine's. I guess what, we at Channel 10 we can get to. Yvette will be having her luncheon buffet, and this will be on Friday, which is Valentine's Day. Dirty rice, rice and beans, potato salad, baked chicken with stuffings, onion sauce, and cranberry. Dessert, cheesecake, chocolate cake, and caramel cake. $15 per person. And they'll be having some live music as well. That's right, they'll be having live music by In Between. So come wine and dine, bring your loved ones for this Valentine's, and they receive a free glass of wine. Also, our next great friend, Miss Michelle Trejo. We want to say good morning to Michelle. We know that a lot of people look forward, forget the Valentine's flowers and arrangements and so. So I can find Michelle right here, because if you can plug to us, then our people will support we very hard, and then they struggle, so we have to make sure that things go to them, right? That's why Michelle will be having some nice Valentine gifts for you all to choose from. So nice array of beautiful natural floral arrangements. The natural flowers. Yeah, I got a teddy bear and all make out of flowers. It's a good one for you to give to that loved one for this Valentine. Lots of beautiful arrangement. And let's see the prices here, right? Can't really get the prices, but for more information, you can call Michelle. That's Michelle Trejo. That's at Allures, all right? You can call Michelle at telephone number 604-3125. 604-3125. We know a lot of people that make cupcake, a lot of things. So, like serve your loved one this this Valentine. Folks, we have learned of a letter coming out from the Honorable Patrick Faber, who we know as the Minister of Education, and he's the Deputy Prime Minister of Belize. He won that race, I believe, 3 years ago against the Honorable John Saldiva. And, he was one of the candidates for the leadership convention of the United Democratic Party, which was held on Sunday at the Belize City Center. And he sent out a message to the Prime Minister. I'm not sure if this came just on Facebook so the Prime Minister can see it, or it was delivered to the Prime Minister and then afterwards it was posted on Facebook. But the note goes and says, "Dear Prime Minister, thank you for the honor and privilege of having me serve as your Deputy Prime Minister for the last 3.5 years. Please accept my resignation from this post." That's what the letter started with. So we can see that the Honorable Patrick Faber is resigning as the Deputy Prime Minister. It is not saying anything here, but let me continue. He said, "Realizing that the Deputy Prime Minister serves at the pleasure and not necessarily because of holding the position of First Deputy Leader of the party, I still see this opportunity for you to make a fresh appointment." So he's realizing that not necessarily because you are the Deputy Party Leader, you automatically become the Deputy Prime Minister. He said, "I am grateful for the opportunity given to me to serve in such a high office in the land, and I remain committed to serving our beloved Belize with honesty, integrity, and service to the people being my fundamental tenets." So the Honorable Patrick Faber has sent in his letter. Well, this is a letter that was taken from social media, no? I'm not sure if the Prime Minister has received that letter personally, or it was just on a post, and there he should accept Mr. Faber's resignation. But usually when there things happen, it has been sent, and then, it's been acknowledged that it has been received, and noted that, okay, we move on. But like a lot of people may say, "So Patrick resigned then?" Patrick no resign. Patrick no resign. He's resigning the post of Deputy Prime Minister, but he is not resigning as a Minister of Government or an elected area representative from the Collect Division, which he masters, always win that area and win big. When Patrick first run, he run for a election. Patrick run for city council in Belize. He was the youngest one. He came out very dynamic. I said, "What the boy, they go on strong. I know he and win." And he won, and then afterwards he contested for Collect and he won that era. I remember 2008 when we played for a pre-election rally in the city. Patrick was there, a little lonely, because I believe his candidate at that time, if I'm not mistaken, it was Dolores Balderramos. And Patrick may look a little bit lonely, but the next day come out, the man win big, man. The man win big, and ever since, he continue winning and winning and winning. But I believe after the convention, he must say, well, maybe it's time for me to, give that privilege to somebody else so somebody else can take over. Well, we know the Honorable Ugo Pat was elected as the first Deputy Party Leader. I heard on one of the newscasts that he will be sworn in today as the Deputy Prime Minister. That is left to be seen. That is left to be seen. But, Honorable Ugo Pat, the man come up with a lot of votes. He come up strong. And the speculations they go on out there that people they say, why will the UDP, they're in a heat right now, what happened in the UDP? But any election will come, people always have issues. And worse if you lose the election. Now I'm talking about the big election, not anything, because Patrick no lose nothing. It was just an election of two persons to be the party leader, you know, and one came out. That was selected from the delegates who are all UDPs, and the majority decided that they want Honorable John to be the party leader. But Patrick still had a lot of people support him as well. You know, he's a UDP and he needs to be commended because the man put up one good fight. He had a good team and everything worked, you know. He thought that, you know, the persons that gave him that pledge, that would have gone that way, but it never gone that way. But it's a contest, it's politics, and that's how it work. You know, so somebody just sent me a text, so he said, somebody sent me a text, I said, make I get it correct because I don't want to read it the way it is. He said, so we need a candidate for call it now for UDP? No man, the man no resign. The man haven't resigned, because if he may resign, then he may have said that he resigned. The man just resign a position as Deputy Prime Minister, who has the right to do that. And just like the town councils, if a councillor want to resign, as a councillor resign, just like the one that happened in San Roman, two persons decided to resign, that's their right. If they feel like they don't want it no more, you can't force them to be there. And you have to respect them for that. You have to respect the persons from San Roman will resign. You have to respect the Honorable Patrick Faber. It's because that's what he feels. Maybe he figured that, okay, they have a new leadership now and they have their team. So he figured, well, let me step aside and give them the break and, you know, give them the opportunity to go ahead forward with their plans. So that is what happened, and we will wait and see, because I believe coming up shortly the party might be having a press conference, because, you know, these things call for a press conference because a lot of people want to know what's the direction of the party. We got election, they come up right there, so in this year. It is slated for November of this 2020. We don't know if it will be called before or after. But right now, John is elected as the party leader. But right now, the Honorable Dean Oliver Barrow is still the Prime Minister of Belize. Somebody said, when John will be the Prime Minister? Well, that is left up to the Prime Minister of Belize to decide that. Remember, we have the budget coming up next month, you know. That budget needs to be presented and to kick in for the fiscal year, because the fiscal year starts on the 1st of April. So that budget, they need to be presented, it need to go to the House for the different readings, it need to be debated, and then from there, April 1st, the budget kick in. So right now, the persons in the Ministry of Finance, they have to work on this budget and look for the proposal for the next fiscal year, which starts on April 1st of 2020 and come to an end on the ending, which is going to be the ending of March 2021. So right now, you can't have a new Prime Minister right now if you come in and just get that budget together, because that's not an overnight thing, that's not a one-day thing. That is something where drag for long and it has to happen, and then when you go into the House, then it's debated by the opposition, and then the ruling party will then put for their position as well, and then it get approved, and then April 1st, the fresh budget, fresh money. So when that happens, I say, okay, so much to go to education, so much going to housing, so much going for infrastructure, and all of them I have to put together, and the projection have to be there, that the budget that comes out, it has to be that the government projection is that they will have enough finance to carry through the new budget. So it's not only to say, okay, well, the party has a press conference and then the PM has said right there so that they resign. I don't think it will happen that promptly or as easy as that, especially like how we have this budget coming up, because it's something important for the country. We have to look into the budget. And when it comes to education, folks, we must say that we have a lot of smart people in education, and young people are coming up and they're having some great ideas, some presentation. You know, you go to some of these presentations at some of these schools and you can see some standard 6 students, the way they excel itself. Look on the spelling bee, what happened with Leah Arelevo. Okay, I can't go there. Leah, you know, Leah did well, and the other students that were there spelling, they did well as well, and that only primary school. What do you think about the high school and the junior colleges and the universities, where you have great persons coming out with those great knowledge? You know, sometimes they don't have to be one person that is elected as a representative, you know, but they can be persons that are elected as CEOs. It could be persons that are advisors, or persons that are set at some different parts in some different ministries, in some different departments, so that you can make sure that you go right with these great knowledges that we have out there. So make we wait and see what will happen with this. But folks, you know, on Saturday, you know, we reported yesterday of that traffic accident what happened the all the way to PG, where this gentleman, you know, lost his wife and his suegro, his father-in-law. They were traveling and they had a lee crash and the two of them dead. Unfortunate, true. Very unfortunate situation, you know. And then, you know, these things have to go through the law as well. The transport department and also the police department in traffic has to do their measurements and have to say what happened, how this thing happened. And you know, when that happened, they usually charge somebody, and the person that will be charged has to be the driver. That doesn't mean that he will be convicted, but that have to happen. So I want to ask you all to, you know, give your prayers to these, to that family, especially to the driver and the kids. And also, folks, to hear about the coronavirus, and it's good to know that, well, sad to know that over the past 24 hours, over 100 persons in China dead from the virus. Over 100 persons, you know, folks, in China, then dead from this coronavirus. And we are seeing that the Ministry of Health here in Belize are doing their best to try to see how they can prevent that from entering our country. We could see, and they have some cruise ship where out there sailing, that some of the tourists on the cruise ship, they are saying that they want to come off the ship because there's persons on the cruise ship that has the virus and they are in danger as well. So these different cruise ships, they are doing their best to try to keep these passengers safe. Remember, these cruise ships come to Belize as well. We know they say that the ones that come to Belize, they have the virus, just like how the plane then they come in. People who come in from plane, you know. People who come in through water. People who come in through land, and they come through borders and so. So all the borders, you know, they have to have good check for that. And I must say that the Ministry of Health here in Belize, they are doing a great job to try to prevent that to happen. Folks, the time now is exactly 30 minutes away from 8 o'clock, and we'll be taking a short break. And when we come back, we have RC1 coming up with us. You know, RC1 is a very versed person when it comes to putting the political things together, and we'll be having RC1 coming up. So let's take a break, and we'll be right back after these commercial messages on your favorite station, Nortevision, Channel 10.
The way we live our lives. The introduction of our national fiber network creates the opportunity for Belizeans to live the digital lifestyle. Today, Digi is proud to introduce Dana, Belize's first artificially intelligent automated assistant. Dana is the modern customer service experience. Available 24/7, Dana can provide Digi prepaid and postpaid customers with directory information, credit and plan balances, product and promo information, and more. Just talk to Dana. Want to check your credit balance? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, what's my credit balance?
New Digi promotions? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, any new Digi promotions?
Dial 113 for directory assistance and dial 119 to talk to Dana. Digi remains committed to introducing the latest in cutting-edge technologies, transforming Belize one technology at a time. Try Dana today.
Thank you for calling Digi Customer Service.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Rostfrans, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Rostfrans.
2019 was a milestone year for overnight tourist arrivals in Belize. There were over 500,000 overnight tourist arrivals, a new record for Belize. Over the past decade, Belize's overnight tourism sector has grown by more than 100%, increasing from 241,000 in 2010 to just over 503,000 in 2019. The National Sustainable Tourism Master Plan set a goal to achieve 556,000 overnight stays by 2030. With 10 years to go, we've already achieved 90% of this goal. This success can be attributed to aggressive marketing initiatives, new international flights, and working closely with local and international agencies and partners. The BTB thanks our tourism stakeholders for your role in this remarkable achievement. Together, we will continue to grow Belize's image as the best destination in the region.
Someone home? Yes, someone coming. Let's go. Sa. Fastest question of the day. Why you the letter?
Who's a me the letter?
That sign right there. You can't read?
Well, make I tell you something. In this here community, everybody dump here, so me just dump my garbage right here.
So if somebody jump off a bridge, you that do it too?
No, man. No.
You never know that littering is an environmental crime and Department of the Environment can charge you for that?
Why is that a crime?
Because you pollute the same environment you live in, dirtying the same land and water you use. You don't even know that you dumping garbage can make you and your family sick by attracting disease-carrying pests, and the Department of the Environment just to try help we take care of the we environment.
Sure, all of that? Well, know that you put it that way.
Thanks for your 5 cents, brother. That's 5 cents question of the day.
This message is brought to you by the Department of the Environment.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with the cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rostfrans, making the world function. Authorized agent German Vega and Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longanisa, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico. The Philip Goldson Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goldson International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million.
Section B of the highway upgrading project between Haulover Bridge and the Buttonwood Bay Boulevard roundabout is underway at an investment of $21 million. Works consist of the full rehabilitation of the road to paved standard, which includes the widening of the road to 4 lanes, lined sidewalks and drains, wide shoulders, median, and parking, plus a bus lane at designated sections of the road. LED road lighting will be installed along with road safety features such as signs, reflectors, and road markings. The project will also facilitate in the improvement of underground infrastructure for the public utility companies. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Yes, come in. Why, Sean?
Joe.
Long time no see. How is everything?
Everything is good, man. What's the latest with you?
Man, everything is good. Business is flowing. I can't complain. As a matter of fact, I'm working on a new project. Thank God you're here. Let me show you the plans. All right? These are the plans for my 5-bedroom, fully furnished apartment complex. When I tell you fully furnished, AC, hot and cold, Wi-Fi, you name it, I have it. Right? And I want to market this on Airbnb.
All sounds nice, but have you started your paperwork already?
Which paperwork?
Joe, don't tell me you don't know. For you to market or rent any type of rooms, you have to register with the BTB, bro. It's in the law book.
Wow, really, Sean? I never knew that. You know what? I finished all of my work for today. Make we go to BTB one time, go deal with this paperwork, and then after that, go take only 1 too.
Alright, cause I thirsty, but make we go to BTB first.
Make we go.
Did you know that if you own or operate a tourist accommodation, such as a room in your home for cash purposes to any guest, local or foreign, regardless of its location in the country, or if you're registered or advertising such room or property with any booking engine or marketing platform such as Airbnb, by law, you must register with the BTB. If you fail to do so, you commit an offense punishable by fine or imprisonment. For further information or assistance, please contact the BTB at licensing@BelizeTourismBoard.org or telephone 227-2420. You can follow us on Facebook too.
World-class spaces for Belizean athletes to thrive and fans to enjoy. Our new basketball and multi-purpose arenas have proven their worth, attracting regional and international sporting events and hosting expos, conferences, and proud graduates. Your government moving Belize forward.
Girl, that about time you reach my house.
Girl, you know how things go. I busy with everything. But how are you?
Since my son got married the girl far down the road, I left here with this whole addition to this house. And I don't know where I'm going to do with it. But I think I want to rent it out for tourists stay.
Girl, that what you to do? You to sit on park gold mine. If you want to use it for Airbnb, first thing you have to do, register with BTB. So call me 227-2420 and ask them how to register. After that, everybody had to call you for rent your place. But that what you to do?
Girl, then you tell me if I call BTB?
Did you know that if you own or operate a tourist accommodation, such as a room in your home for cash purposes to any guest, local or foreign, regardless of its location in the country, or if you're registered or advertising such room or property with any booking engine or marketing platform such as Airbnb, by law, you must register with the BTB. If you fail to do so, you commit an offense punishable by fine or imprisonment. For further information or assistance, please contact the BTB at licensing@BelizeTourismBoard.org or telephone 227-2420. You can follow us on Facebook too.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. The time is exactly 8 o'clock and we're here coming to you in North Division live from Orange Walk. Sweet, sweet place, Sugar City. Good morning to one and all, folks. It's a great pleasure with no measure. And I feel so great to have my great friend and brother beside me this morning, RC1. Good morning, RC.
Robert Chekiosha, good morning and thank you for the invitation.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure to be with you.
Good
morning. I say good morning to everyone and wish you God's blessings today. He gave us a beautiful sunshine today for us to be bright. Let's enjoy it and they will be done.
You know, RC, it's good. It's good when a father and son have their business together. It's good when a father and sons are in politics and they do things. But what is much better than father and son celebrating their birthday on the same day? I want to wish you once again happy birthday because it was your birthday and Chap's birthday last week, right?
Yeah, last week, Wednesday, yes.
Yeah.
Well, it feels great, you know. My son completed 39 years of age. Carlton Joseph Campos, better known as Chap today.
Yeah.
Wise to the family and to the guys in Trial Farm.
Yeah.
Trial Farm, that's for him based.
He buddies.
Yeah, he buddies from here.
Yeah.
You know, he joined the British Forces 11 years ago. He went through 2 tours of duty in Afghanistan. He went to Senegal in Africa and to Germany, traveled the world. Presently, he is in the Falkland Islands.
Wow.
And he should be coming back to the UK in a few days and then going back. And I'm very proud of him, you know, it was his decision to join the military, the British Forces, and I feel so proud to see him advance so much. And, you know, but the happiness of us celebrating the birthday on last week, Wednesday, February 5th, was a great joy to know that I can call my son and say happy birthday. Same to you, Dad.
Yeah.
You know this kind of way.
Yeah. And it was last year this time that you were there, no?
Yes, last year for his birthday, he came from Germany, I believe, to the UK, and so my wife and I went to see him and the family there, and after 10 years, you know, share well, what we had was a Guinness, you know.
Wow.
Guinness.
The original one.
Yes, the original. Happy birthday, you know. And,
yeah, but RC, I hear a voice of someone a little bit funny, man. What happened?
But it's a flu. I've had it for about 8 to 10 days, you know,
Wow.
and I'm just coming to the end of it, thank God. And so it's like anything else you need for rest, but when you active, how do you rest, you know?
Yeah.
You know, this morning when you called and said, invite you, I said, you see, I'm at rest this morning, but my brother invite me and we got to do what we got to do, you know?
Yeah. How was Miss Florencia trip coming back to Belize?
She's wonderful. My mom is going through medical treatment too. Okay. And so
how old is your mom, RC?
She's okay. She's okay.
How old is her right?
She's 89 years old right now.
Going strong.
And going strong.
Good.
And you know, we take her for treatment as well. And again, you know, we also have my father-in-law, Mr. Celso, who traveled to the US because he has heart difficulties. And I want to put my prayers to him and to my wife, because it's her father, and to Sonia, and to the guys there in the US. You know, it was a recovery, and we wish him the very best.
Yeah.
So, but that's the family network, and then June came, you know, for a little while these days, and go back. So.
Yeah. Well, you know, RC, we were here all last year to talk about the referendum and the re-registration and about village councils. And this past Sunday, the United Democratic Party had a massive, massive convention at the city center in Belize City.
Yes, Jackie. It was one of the, in my over 40 years in the United Democratic Party, over 40 years is a long time, Joe.
Yes.
All right, so I know the history, and I've been there with the leaders, you know, and that has been, and it was the greatest crowd I have ever seen. You know, over 6,000 people in one place together.
Yeah.
You know, united as a party, and it was a peaceful party. It was the transition was executed in a very professional manner.
Yeah.
You know, so the voting went peacefully, and at the end the results were mentioned.
Yeah, but RC, does that show that a national strength for the party since so many people went to the convention, because they only had 500 plus delegates that could have voted, but the place was full.
Yes, but if you notice the pictures that was taken in the center on the basketball court, the white chairs, those were the delegates.
Oh,
and when
okay.
you look at the seating in the gallery, you saw the thousands of supporters there. You know, so the thousands of supporters were there to give support to the party, along with your representatives and the bearers, and also to the leader, the Right Honorable Dean Barrow.
As we can see it on the screen there.
Oh, yes, right there, you can see the
so
thousands
that's
of
how
people.
the place will look Sunday?
Oh, absolutely, man. It was jam-packed, and from 7 o'clock in the morning, people were there they wanted their seats. Some of them want to sit down high, some want to be close. Man. Everybody had the lead choice of how they wanted to be seated, and they had the opportunity to do so. And it was a full-packed civic center on the 9th of February. It's a historic day and a great day for the United Democratic Party, ready to move forward for the upcoming elections whenever the Prime Minister so calls. No?
So when you talk about the Red Sea, that's what we're talking about?
Absolutely. It's a red wave, the tsunami, the red tsunami.
Yeah.
That's right. It's ready to go. The change in leadership has been accomplished. It's part of the democratic process, you know, and the Honorable John Saldiva is the new party leader, and Honorable Hugo Pat, the first deputy party leader, and Bev, the second deputy party leader, and Alberto Agast was returned as the vice chairman.
Yeah.
And of course, the Honorable Michael Parfit is the new chairman of the party.
I see some people are saying and speculating that since we have a new leadership that it will be automatically transformed into Prime Minister. But I was looking at it that we have a budget coming up.
Well, yes. You see, this was an internal party function. It was the getting together of the UDP family to elect a new party leader. So the Honorable John Saldiva is party leader elect. Punto final. The Right Honorable Dean Barrow is the Prime Minister of Belize until such time that he so determines to give up the post, or he so determines to stay until the last day, or until he determines, you know, I will call elections and until that time. So the Honorable John Saldiva is the new party leader to deal with putting together the party process. But the Honorable, Right Honorable Dean Barrow is still the Prime Minister.
Okay, I was talking a while ago pertaining to Honorable Patrick Faber. Honorable Patrick Faber has done a lot, especially when it comes to education, you know, and he put up a good show for the convention, you know, and people were saying, why Patrick resigned? Patrick not resigned.
No. He didn't resign. I mean, let's look at what the protocol, what a statesman would do. What is the right thing to do? What is the honorable thing to do? He went to a convention, and the people chose otherwise. He is still the area representative for the Collet Division. He is still the Minister of Education and
Youth, Sports and Culture.
Youth, Sports and Culture. And the right thing to do is to give respect, due respect, to the Prime Minister who gave you the post, and to say, Prime Minister, there is a new body of elected senior persons in the party, and I am tendering my resignation so that you may feel freer, sir, to determine who you want to be the next deputy Prime Minister. Now, it's a modern protocol.
Yeah, let's get this caller, so you'll get back to that. Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show. Muy buenos días.
Muy buenos días, Mr. Osher, y todos los que están ahí en el programa de Yair del Canal 10.
Ok, señor.
Buenos días. Te saluda Orlando Leonero, Rey de la Selva.
Ok, Rey.
Yo he observado esta convención desde que se pronosticó los dos candidatos respectivos, Faber y Saldivar. y yo había analizado todo esto, que esto iba a pasar, que Jan Saldívar iba a ser victorioso. El punto es esto, que la nación beliceña debe saber. Aunque la crítica que hay sobre Jan Saldívar tiene la confianza del pueblo beliceño. Por eso ganó en las convenciones con los delegados que votaron a su favor. Bien, ahora lo que yo estoy observando ahorita, viéndolo bien después de lo que pasó, ese mismo día domingo se abrazó Patrick Faber juntamente con Jan Saldívar, dándole el full support a Mr. Jan Saldívar como líder máximo del UDP. Bien, ahora, antes de 24 horas, después de 24, vamos a ver, antes de 24 horas, por acá, a las 4 y 15 minutos se anunció quién fue el ganador el día domingo. Entonces, a la 1 de la tarde del día de ayer, Patrick Faber mandó en Facebook y le mandó una carta al primer ministro que estaba resignando como diputado primer ministro de la nación. Eso significa de que sí no aguantó la derrota, que consiguió una rotunda derrota, no aguantó eso, no pudo aguantar eso, entonces él renunció. Yo sí lo catalogo como analista político, ¿no? Ahora así como está, ahora Jan Saldívar es líder. Hoy, precisamente hoy, van a nombrar al señor, al honorable Hugo Platt, lo van a nombrar como diputado primer ministro de la nación. Que eso para mí es una gran alegría de tener un hispano allí en el gobierno. Es una gran alegría para mí y para la gente hispana de nuestra nación beliceña. Porque el señor Hugo Platt es un hombre humilde y un hombre inteligente. Piensa bien antes de hacer algo. Yo conozco a Hugo Platt por muchos años. Ahora lo que yo estoy viendo después de todo esto, lo que pasó, me estoy dando cuenta que el UDP está en una gran crisis política. Señores, hay que aceptarlo como pueblos, personas. El UDP está en una crisis grandísima ahorita, que posibilidad pueda perder las elecciones generales. Es mi modo de pensar mío. Ahora, después voy a hablar del otro lado. Ahora, así como está, por ejemplo, ahorita Jan Saldívar tiene una acusación en los Estados Unidos, en el estado de Utah.
Pero sí, antes que sigas, te quiero aclarar de que Patrick Faber no se venció. Patrick Faber, porque él ya le había mandado la carta al primer ministro, que es lo que es honorable para hacer cuando hay una elección y nuevos líderes son elegidos. Entonces, él hizo lo que cualquier persona honorable iba a hacer, darle y entregarle al primer ministro ese espacio para poder ejecutar su mandato como primer ministro, ahora con un nuevo equipo del partido para decidir quién va a ser el nuevo viceprimer ministro. Porque el viceprimer ministro es una posición otorgada únicamente por el primer ministro. Así de que eso no te lleves de lo que ves todo en Facebook, porque él le había mandado la carta primero. El primer ministro, según informe, recibió la renuncia, aceptó la renuncia. Después de aceptarlo, entonces lo que hizo el honorable Patrick Faber es anunciarle a los partidarios, a su gente en su división: mire, honorablemente, eso es lo que hice, porque prometí el día de la convención apoyar al honorable Jan Saldívar. Eso es lo honorable para hacer cuando eres un buen líder, porque el partido tiene buenos líderes en todos los lados. Y eso de llevarse de lo que es speculation, cosas que uno está pensando allá. El PUP tiene su crisis. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué todavía no escuchamos bring back the money, bring back the millions? ¿Quiénes son? ¿Quién llevó el dinero afuera? ¿Por qué no escuchamos de todo lo que el PUP hizo? ¿Entiendes? Así de que tienes que ver esto en una forma política, porque cuando hay una elección, una campaña política, tienes que ver los dos lados y saber de que cuando tú ves al PUP presentemente, el UDP tuvo la voluntad de hacer cambios, pero el PUP tiene los mismos de antes del 2008 que están participando igualmente. Así que no me digas que hay problema. En todo hay problema. Pero la unidad que se demostró el 9 de febrero en Civic Center con la multitud, los miles allá, indica de que hay soldados del UDP listos y preparados como yo y Chequi para seguir adelante, porque es el mejor partido que ha trabajado por la nación y seguirá trabajando para la nación.
Pues entonces a eso vamos, Mr. Rubén, ex-ministro, a eso vamos. Mire, entonces, así como está, supongamos, porque hay que estar preparado, como usted dice, bien preparado. Supongamos que la Corte de Utah haya al mi amigo Jan Saliva culpable de lo que dicen ellos. Entonces, ¿qué sería el líder? ¿Sería Hugo Paz como primer ministro entonces? Bajo eso, como primer ministro. Automáticamente el que ganó, se iba, por ley, según la Constitución, si hay corrupción, se viene papado. Todo eso hay que ver, pero te digo que el UDP está en crisis y hay que aceptarlo que está en crisis.
Pero el corte
del otro lado, el TUP también tiene su problema. No te voy a decir que no. El TUP tiene su gran problema. Se oye por bajito, se oye abajo de la almohada. Se oye de que quieren sacar al líder presente ahorita, a Jan Briceño, y poner a Kevin Musa. Ellos creen que Kevin Musa es mejor líder para guiar al Partido Unido del Pueblo hacia la victoria en 9 meses. Entonces, si eso pasa, entonces, como te digo, los dos partidos políticos tienen problemas internos y el partido que solucione esos problemas que tiene internos va a ser el partido que va a triunfar. Y el que va a ganar va a ser por 2 o 3 candidatos. Esta elección va a ir bien cerca. Muchísimas gracias, hermanos. Ahí les cuido, Canal 10.
Cada elección es diferente. Cada elección nuevo tiene su característica y sabemos de que la unidad de la convención del 9 de febrero fue uno para demostrarle a la nación y al mundo que el UDP está fuerte y preparado para seguir siempre adelante.
Sugar City Morning Show, good morning, muy buenos días.
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Mr. Campos. Soy de Trinidad. Allá, yo más o menos a veces igual. Mire, yo estoy bien alegre de lo que miré el domingo. Hable lo que hable ese partido, a mí me vale, querido. Y que sigan adelante, Unity all the way.
Gracias. Así es.
Esa señora está alegre, ¿sí?
No, así es. You see, Chucky, there was a process, a democratic process, when there is a football game. Let me give it this way. There was a basketball game. I have 2 sons, Carlton and Jason. You know them. They're playing in Trial Farm. Jason for one team, Carlton for our next team.
Yes.
They're both of them my sons. At the end of the game, one of my sons' team won, and the other one lost.
The two of them can't win.
When they finish, I hug the one because my son will lose, and then I hug the other one will win. But at the end of the day, and always, they are my sons. And the United Democratic Party believes and loves all its members. It takes a lot to put your name on a ballot.
Yeah, pero también así que el cara dijo que qué pasó en Utah si ese caso de Jan Saliva, ellos buscan que Jan Saliva está culpable. Jan Saliva no tiene nada que se con si está culpable en ese corte en Utah.
That's a case about fraud. Es un caso de fraude.
But Jan Saliva is not tried on that case.
He's not being tried there. So, and we have to get away from the media throughout perception. I said the media throughout.
Some media say.
Some media say because media like juicy items. They like sensationalism.
Right.
But have you heard him in Belize being taken to court for anything? No. Have you ever heard him in Belize given a notice of intent of prosecution? No. Why? Because it's the social media and the other media who speculate, and try to put a picture. Well, if this happens, what would you do if it happened? Well, Chucky, if they took the car first, mi compadre there from San Esteban, and they sent him to the moon. Todos son mi compadre, todos mis negritos. If they send him to the moon, and he only reached halfway, and he come back and say, I gone to the moon, I don't know if he gone to the moon or not gone to the moon. When he come back here and tell me,
Yeah.
you understand?
But RC, I am somebody, Rahim go say that RC1 come on Channel 10 and I say check again RC1 with a briefcase and full up our money. How can he prove that?
Well, that's just it. You cannot discuss speculations and come up with it. You need facts to be able to do things. And remember, Chucky, this is a political year. Remember the election with Donald Trump in the U.S. When they were talking about the Russian this and the Russian that and the Kremlin. Didn't Trump win at the end of the day?
Yeah.
And they tried to impeach Trump. Came all the way. They took him and the Senate says no way. And as it looks right now, Trump is gaining popularity, whether you like him or not. So when there is an election, you must expect from both sides things are going to be said, and then we look at what and who has done the best. Since the UDP in 2008 up to now, so much development has happened in this country under the leadership of the Right Honorable Dean Barrow. How many, and I can speak experience, I came from Slaughterhouse Street. Everybody know Ruben Campos from his boy, Don Panchin, and my grandpa, my granny, where I come from, Slaughterhouse Street. Were it not for someone to adopt me and give me an education, I would have been sweeping, cleaning the drain in the park today, Chucky.
Yep.
And I thank God for opening a window of opportunity for me to get an education to be able to move forward as a citizen and individual. Under this government, the UDP government, under the ministerial stewardship of Patrick Faber in education, how many poor students all over this country, PUP and UDP, have been given opportunity to look and be who they want to be because of the policies of the United Democratic Party to enhance the youth, to alleviate poverty by providing quality education. There is no question about that. That is a fact.
Anybody right now who get one education RC, because for all government high schools, subsidy will be given from first to fourth farm now. From first to fourth farm. So all them people have to do try get and leave books and so, and get and leave food for them picnic and send it to college. RC, somebody said checks the party elected Honorable Ugo Pat as first deputy leader. When Honorable Dean Barrow left the post as PM, then Honorable John Saldiva take over.
Well, again, that will happen when the Right Honorable Dean Barrow says, well...
Only he can decide that.
Yes, only he decides, because remember, he was elected
for a
third term, and his third term runs until the last day. He could be Prime Minister until the last day.
Yeah.
So, in effect, what does that tell you? That tells you that maybe if the PM goes out, and let us wait and see to verify that the Honorable Hugo Pat, who is extremely qualified, becomes the Deputy Prime Minister, he will be acting as Prime Minister.
Oh, yes,
you understand? If the Prime Minister goes, he will be acting as Prime Minister. So it's a transition that happens in political parties. Okay? And the United Democratic Party, as the name calls, open the convention so the entire UDP family can see, look, this is what we're doing. As compared to the opposition PUP, they close it. They don't have no. You think the leader of the opposition want convention right now?
Yeah,
you understand?
Yeah.
So while you talk about the processes of a party, the United Democratic Party has always been open with the people. Has always been open with supporters.
Yeah, because the party could have election, but they could have say, you know what? Nobody are going for leader. We are just nominate somebody as leader. But they had a convention, and RC, Honorable Patrick Faber garnered a good amount of supporters and votes as well,
Yes, and it's how it says. When you have two good teams and two good individuals going into election, one has to win. But Patrick Faber didn't lose. The United Democratic Party gained recognition for continuing to respect the process of democracy. That is democracy. You understand? And that as a leader, he continues to be a strong force in the United Democratic Party, joining with the leadership to go into elections and to win and form a fourth government for the UDP.
Yeah, well, so right now John is the elected leader.
Elected, yes.
Yeah. On that note, RC will take a break. And when it's exactly 25 minutes now after 8 o'clock, RC1 and Robert Checker Usher will be back with some more discussions right up until 9 o'clock as we pay some bills right here on North Television Channel 10.
That's taking place in your town or in your city? Maybe it's because you've been too busy enjoying the results. More for Belizeans, more for Belize, the government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Take a journey with us to endless possibilities. Our future as a country is now. DigiNet Boost is countrywide. Taking Belize into the future. Nationwide technological evolution. As the most advanced fiber connection, DigiNet Boost is a step forward into a modern world. Belize is powered by DigiNet. DigiNet Boost, now available countrywide.
Six cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush Franz, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
Our economy benefits when goods and mobile services get to their destination quickly. When citizens are able to travel without frustration and undue hurdles, everyone benefits as well. The government of Belize is happy to announce the imminent upgrades to the Corozal-Sartaneja Road. 27 miles of road will be upgraded to paved standards and will include the replacement of 2 ferries with new bridges.
Why is it that we're going to invest in Sartaneja? Why is it that we have to take $50 million to invest in an area where we do not have a political directorate? We believe that as a government, we have to provide a service to all Belizeans.
Well, this for the village of Chunosh is a big advantage both ways. Sometimes when we got sickness, we got people sick at the clinic there, women. When we reach at the ferry, can't pass, 45 minutes have to wait. So now this road will benefit whole village, Sartaneja and Copperbank, and part of Progreso too. Well, it's really important for us.
I know that our village is not so much developed with tourism because it's a remote village. And for that reason, we don't have a lot of tourism over there. But now with this upgrading of the road and the pavement of the road, I think that, I believe and I think that it will be much beneficial for us and for everybody.
More for Belizeans, More for Belize, the government of Belize, moving Belize forward. The San Ignacio-Santa Elena Bypass Project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's 29 minutes away from 9 o'clock. Robert Cheque Usher along with RC1. RC, queremos explicar a la gente qué pasó en el City Center el domingo pasado con el convención del UDP y dónde estamos ahorita.
Bueno, gracias, Cheque. El domingo fue la convención del UDP para elegir los nuevos líderes del partido y nos unimos en la felicitación al honorable John Zaldivar como líder de nuestro gran partido, el honorable Hugo Pat como el primer deputy y la honorable Beverly Williams as the second deputy, el honorable Michael Perfit como chairman del partido y nuestro amigo Alberto Agast como vicepresidente, vice chairman del partido. Así de que fue un proceso interno del partido UDP que se llevó a cabo entre la amistad de miles de apoyantes que estuvieron allá, conociendo amigos. De mi parte, yo conocí muchos amigos ya desde años que no había visto y fue una reunión familiar, muy amistoso, muy alegre, y al fin del día, cuando terminó el conteo, el honorable John Zaldivar fue elegido como el nuevo líder del UDP. Lo felicitamos y nos unimos en la preparación para hacer el plan ahora para comenzar la campaña para la elección cuando lo llame el primer ministro, el muy honorable Dean Barrow. Déjeme explicar que el honorable John Zaldivar es líder electo. El primer ministro, el muy honorable Dean Barrow, tiene su periodo hasta que termine su periodo como primer ministro. Él tiene la opción de decidir cuando él desee de entregar el primer ministro o llamar elección general. Eso está en las manos del muy honorable Dean Barrow. Así de que el honorable John Zaldivar es el líder electo. Así de que el partido ahora ya tiene sus oficiales, la organización ya está formalizado y ahora se prepara los planes para la campaña 2020.
RC, después de la convención que el honorable John ganó, podemos ver el abrazo con honorable John y Patrick.
Oh, sí, es una unidad. Es una unidad, Chucky, y es bonito ver de que hay ese entendimiento de que, y hermandad, la hermandad particularmente, de que cuando hay una elección, uno tiene que ganar. Y el otro, al terminar, apoyar. Y eso fue lo que hizo el honorable Patrick Fava, entregar y presentar su apoyo al nuevo líder y su dedicación con el UDP y seguir adelante apoyando eso. Quiero decir que el honorable Patrick Fava sigue siendo el representante de la división Collet y sigue siendo el ministro de Educación. Así de que eso no ha cambiado. El nombre Deputy Prime Minister es una posición otorgado por el primer ministro. El primer ministro, bajo la constitución de la parte ejecutiva de gobierno, es la única persona que puede y nombra personas para servir en el gabinete. Y la posición de viceprimer ministro es un cargo nombrado únicamente por el primer ministro. Así de que lo que el honorable Patrick Fava entregó voluntariamente es escribirle una carta al primer ministro, indicarle: señor primer ministro, agradezco con mucha gratitud lo que me habías encargado como viceprimer ministro, pero ahora que ya hubo una nueva elección y hay un nuevo vicelíder, entrego mi renuncia como viceprimer ministro.
Él no recibió como un ministro.
No, absolutamente no. Y así el primer ministro ahora tiene la libertad, ahora formalmente y muy honorablemente, para decir: pues aquí voy a nombrar a tal persona para que sea el nuevo viceprimer ministro. Ese es el proceso.
Estas conventions y así, las elecciones así, siempre trae unos problemas en partidos, ¿no? En elecciones. Pero ahora vamos a tener una elección general. ¿Qué va a ser la posición de los representantes, los standard bearers de diferentes áreas? ¿Cómo ellos pueden unir a la gente?
Bueno, antes de la elección, Chequi, se presentó todos los que van a ser candidatos para la elección 2020 de las 31 divisiones. Se presentaron. Ahora el partido se organiza nacionalmente, entonces hace su plan de campaña. Los candidatos que tienen su división ahora tienen un compromiso y una obligación política para organizarse en su división, visitar a la gente y hablar con la gente, escuchar a la gente, para poder decir a la gente: yo voy a trabajar para ti como representante en lo que tú estás pidiendo. En las elecciones, en las divisiones, porque van a ser uno a uno, one on one, no. Es la gente de la división, toda la gente que va a estar votando para el candidato. Así que nuestros candidatos del UDP están preparados para ir a seguir apoyando a la gente en las divisiones y también con la nueva dirección del partido. Así que cada quien ya tiene su trabajo en su división que hacer, porque al fin del día, el partido que gane la mayoría de sillas en las divisiones será el partido que formará el nuevo gobierno en 2020. Así de que hay trabajo que hacer y al mismo tiempo se le pide a todos los soportadores, apoyantes, para unirse, trabajar con tu candidato para que una vez más se asegure una victoria para el UDP cuando se llama esa elección 2020.
So you're saying no RC1 that now the standard bearers and the representatives of the United Democratic Party now need to start working their area and start visiting
Continue working.
Continue
and
working.
Those who have not been working, to get done at work. You have to get done now in your division. You have to go and visit your people.
Can't wait until the PM call election, right?
You can't wait till 2 weeks before election for get out there. Because if you get out 2 weeks before election, it's like telling the people, well, whatever you say. And a campaign is to let the people know, I have listened to what you told me when I visit you. and this is my plan of work when elected to serve you. So there is work to be done, and we expect to see all the standard bearers, all the politicos on the streets, house to house, in their division, to ensure that they get elected.
Yeah. Muy buenos dias. Good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Yes, good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, I just want to say to Brother Ruben, you say a mouthful. I'm listening to you from this morning, and you could see you explain the whole criteria. When I mean criteria, you explain everything. Right? The United Democratic Party, you could say, I judge a political party by the report card. When I mean report card, brother, if you get your homework for school, your teacher judge you by your homework also, and I judge a political party by a report card, PUP or UDP. And I am saying this, for PUP they in for decades, for precious days, they could have made do X amount of things for this country. They drag their foot, they sell out some of their assets, you know, and it take Mr. Barrow and the UDP to take back the water, to take back the light, all the port their people they credit out. Right? And I want to say, even with the roads, watch the road there now, Brett. And then they create jobs for poor people, Brett. I don't know if they know the thing. The minute you fix up your country, you got people where they come in and say, my God, yes, man. You're the welcome people. People don't want to come back. But if you got the country mess right up, who want to acquire? Who want to acquire? Then I want to say this. Anytime you have one government and the government they go through a transition, man, you will have people two can win, and that goes to the convention, two can win, one will win. But Mr. Barrow, they set everybody in place. In place. You understand me? Now they rush the PUP. And they know that, I think they know that who voiced this. And they want to have a call election now. Well, me can tell funny voice. I tell you, anytime election call, he want in a problem. But he know I win. That goes to Johnny. Brazilian, because they correct. You understand me? And Brother Ruben, like you said, Minister Patrick Domex, and he know that you have newcomers coming up, and you have to set the trend for these newcomers and new leaders. How easy Glenda never know delegate? How easy Glenda never know alternate?
You know Bex about that, right?
Well, I want Bex passer. I've been one delegate for hunting many times. But you got next people when they come behind me. You understand me? So I could have never exposed that bridge. I could have never. And that's why I said this morning. You got some of them who me not like this, me no want that. Well, me can tell you something, Bridge. Nobody stone out an empty mango tree. None. And from the time my government get in, my government, the United Democratic Party, work. They work. I surprised when I hear educated people, they say foolish things. It stirs my stomach because when you watch for me, you would never think I'd think like this. Because if I got our lead fitted hat, our lead garden tennis, you say I had a tongue. You understand me? And I want to say, man, my God, you watching this country. Watch the young people with education. One government sustain itself by taxes. If you sell out all of the revenue in this country, all of your assets, like your port, what should anybody do in the port? Credit the port to Lucas Spot. Then the next thing, not talk about corruption. PUP, that the essence of corruption, my brother. Then at the syrup, they run DSC straight to the ground. They squeeze social security like wet towel. Then they was still got the hot man, the guy said this bread. And I said this, and this goes to any one of them will sit the out there and they holler thing and the dance up or some guy tell them something. This government where they don't remember the dialysis, you can see it when you go flashback. People made the dead hand over this and the PUP for the dialysis. Tell people it need money to go and get their treatment. But you remember that? Yep. Who would it take for putting so much dialysis ward right now? My God, man, make we talk the truth.
Yeah.
Who bring back the millions of dollars? When you start to call some name, then they talk about vision. The only vision they got to the cable vision. I the statement, and we need to start to teach we youth. We need to start to talk to each other. We have to stop the whole malice with each other. We have to stop the grin on each other. And that's the way the PUP they're good plan.
Yeah, well, thank you very much, Alcala.
I want to say this morning, gentlemen, want to keep up on the good work.
Thank you very much, Carla. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. You see, now after the leadership now is already in place, the United Democratic Party now machine is oiling up and get ready to go and campaign.
Get on the road.
When you go to campaign, you talk about things that have been done. No, of course not everything has been done. Yeah. Work continues. The work continues. How do we show solidarity with your party? We need to go out there and ensure that we win all the constituents, because when you win in your division, you have a voice. You have a voice in parliament and you have a voice in the government. So, and you also have a voice in representing your people. You have, for example, let me just give an example. Orange Rock South.
Yes.
As completely.
But somebody just send one text.
Anyway, let me just
I got you.
do Orange Rock South, Corozal South East, and things like such.
Yeah.
You know, the people have Corozal South East where they voted for the PUP for years. Nothing happened, but the UDP has been working.
Yeah.
Orange Rock South has been PUP, UDP.
Yeah.
Now it's PUP for the last 2-3 terms. Now we need to get our people together to give strength to the candidate. You know, it's just like an election. I know I might like you, Chucky, but if you...
But you like me, right?
But yeah, of course, I like you. But your name is on the ballot. I am your supporter.
Yeah.
If I want our party to be in the National Assembly, if I want you to be a minister of state or a minister, or to have influence to help with the vision, we must go out there together and support with candidate. So that the candidate wins. And I'm saying this because, I mean, with due respect, the candidate also has to go out and listen to the people. And when you listen to the people, you know what it is that you're going to go and fight for.
Okay? You can't take too long, RC, because I say they got this Mofus College Valentine's Fair this week. Let's say I go and girl and I want to carry this girl at this fair. But RC, they talk to this girl a whole month ago. And I go Friday to pick up this girl and tell her, let's go to the fair. RC don't care already. Because I never gone.
But I not going to do Valentine's. Right?
No, but just a pass illustration.
I'm thinking the talk real because I listen carefully what you say.
But you understand what I tell you?
But that's exactly what politics is all about.
You did it, exactly, and I know this why I go up at last minute.
No, and that is why I said earlier, y lo digo otra vez, cualquier candidato que tiene su nombre en la balota tiene la obligación de esa posición para ir a escuchar a la gente, preparar un plan y trabajar y luchar para la gente. If your name is on that ballot, the 31 that were presented on Sunday, for example, they have a commitment to go out with the UDPs and listen to the communities of what it and the people, what it is the people are asking for, and go and start to fight for them. The people want to know, why am I going to vote for you? What are you going to do for me? And these are the things to do. The candidates of the United Democratic Party have a lot to say. The UDP has done a lot, continues to do more, and will do more. So you need to take time to go out and tell the story of the United Democratic Party in government, because they have done more. And the brother that Carl spoke about dialysis, my goodness, you know, in modern times, there are a lot of illnesses that are coming to light that were never fully recognized. The government has put a lot. There is more to be done, you know. If there's more to be done, that's not the end of it. You have to build more. More kids are going to school. Of course, you need to put more classrooms. Of course, you need to educate more teachers and work with more teachers. Of course, you need more policemen. You need, but we need to understand that things do not happen overnight. And we need to prepare and make a plan and work the plan. And the United Democratic Party has presented policies on youth, on women, economic and health and social development for this country, to continue to do that. My goodness, I mean, you hear, for example, the Honorable Claire de Lancastro, when there is a disaster, all the way to PG, you know, he's from Belize Rural North.
Yeah, the man
when you hear, he done the, I asked myself, how he get this so quick, so that, you know, the UDP has persons who care. But sometimes as human beings, just like I did recover from a flu right now, we get to a stage where we got to slow down, leave it because of your health.
True.
But we need your family and your supporters to pick you up. There's a saying in Spanish, solo necesito la horqueta cuando tengo ropa en la línea. Okay?
Yeah.
All right?
Yes.
So if I don't got clothes on the line, I don't need
the line stick.
I don't need the line stick. So,
but RCM, right now the party, presently the United Democratic Party has its 31 standard bearers in place already?
Yes.
Okay, from all over.
Yes, so what goes on now? The UDP needs to tell its story, you know, and I think the caller also said, if we recall prior to 2008, when the then PUP government was selling out everything, selling out. The only thing that was left to sell out in Orange Walk was probably the San Esteban Bridge, you know.
Yeah.
And that probably could have been gone. But luckily, the people of Belize voted for a UDP government, and we started to recover back the assets that belong to the Belizean people. So, you know, it's a lot of hard work. It's not easy work. There's no such thing as easy work. You need to have commitment and do work. And of course, there are people who like you and people who don't like you. But at the end of the day, when you have health expansion, when you have education expansion, you can tell me you don't like me, but I can tell you your child is going to class because we built an extra classroom. Your child is going to high school because we give assistant to school. Your kid is going to university because we give some assistant to university. Your son or daughter is a doctor because we managed to make an agreement with foreign countries to set them to get a scholarship to go and study to be a doctor, an engineer. How many people do we have that we never heard of that go out around ambassadors and come back, but probably never thought would be ambassadors? When we look at how many women we have in key positions, the Speaker of the House, to begin with, we have women in ministerial posts, Dr. Carla Barnett, Beverly, Honorable Tracy Pando, so that the women are being included in everything. So when you see the youth and everybody being included and a program work plan in there, put together by the government of the Right Honorable Dean Barrow and the UDP government, you can see where development is happening. And of course, I am the first to say there is more to be done.
Do we expect to hear a press release, not from the government, but from the party, or maybe something like a press conference or from the party, since the convention has come and gone, and then and Honorable Patrick Faber just resign as Deputy Prime Minister. Do we expect to hear a release from the party or a press conference or something?
Well, I'm not in a position to say yes or no on that issue. You know, the new leadership needs to come together and make their plans of how they are going to deal with issues. So whenever that does happen, well, I guess I will inform you, but I don't think I can speculate on that, and I don't want to discuss speculation because I don't know.
But you believe that there should be an explanation to the public?
Well,
some kind of...
What explanation is there to give, in my point of view, when the writing has been done, you know? So we don't want to go back on what has happened, but the thing is that the United Democratic Party is putting itself together, organizing to move forward, to be able to go forward and meet the people and win the next 2020 election.
Yeah. Well, RC1, we are almost out of time. I'll ask you for your closing remarks this morning. Así que podemos hablar la gente para la gente puede saber qué es el camino adelante para el partido UDP.
Well, my brothers and sisters, in closing, thank you, Cheke, and I want to thank God for this opportunity and this brand new day. I believe that as a Belizean, I would like to see much more people involved in the politics. I would like to see more people involved in the day-to-day issues of this country. I would like to invite you to write, text, WhatsApp to your representatives, to your standard bearers, what it is that you would like to see done in your constituent. Give advice, give ideas. At the end of the day, you, the people, are the ones who are going, and including us, are the ones who are going to go vote on election day, and we are the ones who are going to make the choice. When you look at the balance since 2008 and 2008 to the present, it's clearly that you will see in the balance the development and the progress that the United Democratic Party has done. To be able to get this message out there, we need to have a conversation. We need to talk about those great things that has been happening. Of course, there have been sidetracks that we have to take time and look at and heal. There's always a wound after a convention and after there has been disagreement, but it's the maturity that allows us and the humility that allows us to be able to have discourse and talk to ensure that we move forward. The United Democratic Party is committed to work with the people of this country to continue the great development that has been happening under the UDP government and the leadership of the Right Honorable Dean Barrow. Necesitamos unirnos, que todos en sus áreas, en su división, le puedan escribir un text, pueden ser WhatsApp o una carta a su representante. ¿Cómo ven las cosas? ¿Cómo piensan sobre ello? ¿Y qué quisieran ver que su representante está haciendo? En todas partes del mundo esto es posible. Acá también podemos hablar así. Y sabemos de que antes de 2008 no veíamos nada. De 2008 hasta el presente podemos ver todo el desarrollo que el partido UDP en gobierno ha hecho y sigue construyendo y haciendo. Así que tenemos mucho que decir a la gente. Tenemos mucho que a relatar como un partido grande, UDP, en que lo ha hecho para la gente. Hay mucho más que hacer. Hay mucho más para trabajar. Hay mucho más para desarrollar nuestro país. Pero ¿cómo viene eso? Eso viene cuando el pueblo, usted y yo, trabajamos juntos. Y trabajando juntos, el partido UDP va a seguir desarrollando. Porque lo ha hecho y lo sigue haciendo. Así que esta mañana agradezco la invitación de Chequi en esta programación, pero yo le pido a Dios que pueda iluminarnos y ver todo lo bueno y abrir nuestra mente para ver honestamente la lucha para el mejoramiento de nuestro país y la gente. Yo como UDP digo, seguimos adelante con el UDP. Que Dios los bendiga y buen día.
Thank you very much, RC1.
Thank you.
Folks, it has been a pleasure being here with you on the Sugar City Morning Show once again when it's 1 minute away from 9. We'd like to thank Raheem for the technical support. We have the repeat of the Channel 7 news at 12 o'clock right here on the same station. Then we got the live hot news coming up at 6:30 right here on North Television Channel 10, followed by your other programs. We're still wrestling this week, right? All right, so we'll bring on wrestling. So we should wait to hear what will happen, and if the good Lord so will, we'll be back right here on North Television Channel 10 tomorrow for our next edition of the Sugar City Morning Show. Want to pray for Mr. Emmanuel Martinez, hoping he's getting better and doing fine with his tratamientos, with his treatment. So Raheem, once again, bro, thanks very much, and if the good Lord so will, we return with you tomorrow.